Stay. Don't do it.
All right, I think we're ready to lay down some of this primer from, I've bought their products once before, this paint scratch stuff. I've never tried to paint a car with it, but you know, for small things, get yourself a rattle can made up for small projects. I think it's good enough. I wonder what a rattle can shake sounds like sped up on the YouTube video. All right, just a dust coat to start off with. Give the rest of it something to stick to. All right, I'll do coats 2 and 3 off camera, and we'll be back shortly. All right, we got 3 layers of primer coat down here on our panel. Turn our fan off, and that's been drying for a while now. Let it dry for another, I don't know, hour or 2 maybe, and then if we need to do any tweaking, I see a little buildup right there. I'll have to sand. Just a little, very light, just a touch-up sanding, I think. It's pretty doggone smooth. It laid on pretty thick, laid out real smooth, added some buildup, and I don't think we'll need to do, I may not do anything. Holy cow. There's one little high spot right there I might have to address. And also I came in here and I did a light scuff just on the flange part right here with some like 150 grit paper, just a real light scuff, just to give this Pour 15 something to stick to. Came in here and just did a really light coat all the way around with the Pour 15. You know, just preventative really. And I kind of dabbed it down in this, the seam because it's 2 layers thick, right? So to prevent water from getting down there, at least try to anyway. Prolong the life of the vehicle. Nothing's permanent in this world. All we can do is restore it the best you can, drive it like you stole it, and then restore it all over again. Repeat cycle. That's the way we do it. I think it's a coffee break time now, so we're going ahead and let this dry, and then I'll come back in and put a second coat there, and I'll do a little sanding here, and then before too long, we'll be ready for a top coat. All right. It's time for a top coat. We've got 1984 Mercedes-Benz Silver Blue M, number 930, which is the number on the body tag under the hood. I reckon that's good enough. Let's go ahead and do a dust coat, I guess. Test our sprayer. That's pretty nice. All right, here we go. Got a little uneven squirting there going on. Not sure what's causing that. We'll let that flash over a little bit, and then we'll add another coat. Let me go ahead and raise the door, get a little airflow in here. I'll turn on this little fan behind me. Blow these fumes out of here. I'm gonna point it upward. All right, here we go again. Woo, yeah, we got a little. It just spurted out like huge, like big time right in there. Not sure what's going on with that. I think the problem has remedied itself. All right, let's let that flash over and then we'll hit it again. All right, let's continue on. Not sure how many coats I need to apply, but we'll just see what happens here. All right, here we go again. I'm trying to avoid runs, really. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, I got a little more aggressive with it that time and laid it on a little thicker now that I've got some paint on there for it to stick to. All right, we'll let that flash over, do another coat or two, we'll see what happens.
All right, I got my respirator on now. The fumes were a little bit much, so let's see if we can keep from screwing this up. Stay. Don't do it. All right, let's go ahead and do one more coat. Cross your fingers. All right, we'll let that flash over and then we'll show you what it looks like up close.
All right, that's 4 or 5 coats. I'm not sure how many. I put a lot on there, but I was real careful. I was light on each one so that, you know, just runs. I hate runs. Runs are bad. We don't want runs. So if we zoom in, that's what we have. Let's see. There's a shadow there. Where is the shadow from? Is that from my head? I don't know. That's from the camera. That's pretty much got a little, I don't know if that's a piece of debris or a minor pit or something right there. There's maybe one right there. But it looks pretty good. So far, I'm happy with it. Of course, the next step will be to let this dry. We'll do a very light wet sanding with some 2000 or some 5000 or something like that. And then we'll put a 1K clear coat over the top of this. So, all right, but I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. Well, all right, I tell you what, folks, let's take a break in the action and just have a little chat. What do you say? We just got through laying down the top coat on the rear window channel on our old 300 SD, and we're going to let this dry overnight, and then tomorrow sometime we'll carry on with the clear coat, and then hopefully next week sometime, maybe we can, you know, finish this project up. You know, cross your fingers on that one. I'm going to call around and see if I can get a hold of a few expert glass companies and get some quotes maybe. You know, it won't take that long, really. I would like for someone who's familiar with these cars to remove the rubber trim and the aluminum trim from the rear glass, reinstall the new rubber seal and the trim onto the glass, and then install the window in the back of the car. So I'd like for somebody who's, you know, familiar with an old Mercedes to do the work. I don't know, I think maybe I'd like to have a professional glass person come down and tackle this one. You really need 2 people to put the glass in these cars because you need a person inside to pull the little rope out of the rubber channel as you go along, and you need somebody on the outside to press down on the glass and, you know, massage it into place. I've seen it done on YouTube and things like that, but I think maybe I'd prefer a professional to tackle that job. But having said all that, hey, you stay out of my top coat. Pardon me. Having said all that, 2021 is drawing to a close. This is December the 31st, 2021. And it's about 6 o'clock. That means that we'll probably pop open a bottle of bubbly later on and bring in the new year. So, you know what? 2021 has been a heck of a year for Impalaman's Garage, and I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who has helped me, help the channel grow, probably spread the word, and I appreciate everyone's comments. At this point in the channel's lifetime, I'm able to read everybody's comments, and I really try to do that. Honestly, I try to do that. Now, I know that, you know, clearly very large channels can't afford to do that. There's simply no way. They'd have to hire a platoon of Marines to read all the comments on their videos, especially when you have, you know, 1 million views a day or something crazy like that. But, you know, for my little channel, it's pretty easy for me to look at all the comments because I get them dumped into my inbox and I read them. And you guys know that I read them because I respond to you personally. And to those of you who have emailed me and commented and helped along the way in various projects, and you've provided a lot of great insight and a lot of great tips, and I appreciate your help, I really do. So thank you for that. Man, there's a lot of bugs in here. Stay away from my paint. What are you doing? There's like a bunch of them in here. Are they up there? Who cares? All right, folks, just a little break in the action here. That's all for 2021 in this video. The rest of this video we will pick up in 2022. So you guys be safe out there and appreciate you stopping by. So the next thing you're going to see will be the application of the clear coat on our rear window channel. So stick around. All right, it is time for the application of our clear coat. You've probably seen here we're in the corners where we applied the body seam filler. You know, it's visible. I don't know if there's anything I could do about that to make it better. But it was visible when I started the project, when I took everything apart. So basically it looks like it did, you know, when I started. So not much I can do about that, I don't think. I imagine a professional body man might be able to do something about it. But the thing is, these hinges, there's one down there, when they come up, they obscure everything. You just can't, anyway, it just doesn't matter. See there, I'm just nitpicking. All right, let's shake, rattle, and roll. I'm gonna get my respirator on here.
Let's get our fan going. Blow that sort of in the upward direction. Flash time is 3 to 5 minutes. All right, time for coat number 2. Man, that's shiny. That's pretty. The humidity is really high outside. I don't think that there's much I can do about the outcome here, other than wait 3 months for it to quit raining. Or we may just not worry about it. How about that? That's an option too. All right, 3 to 5 minutes, then we'll do another coat. All right, third and final coat. There's a little bit of orange peel in here, but you know what? I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm done. I'm going to leave it like it is. It's good enough for what I'm doing. All right, we're done. I am so done. All right, we're going to let this dry, and then when we come back in here, we're going to remove all of our masking material, so stick around.
All right, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting tired looking at all this masking material, so let's get rid of this mess. It's still pretty stinky in here. To try to avoid having a strict line there, I actually removed some of the tape earlier and then pulled it back this way a little bit and then tried to come in here with the color coat and do a little fading. I know this is not the right type of tape for this application. It's cheap and it will do fine for my purposes here. Well, all right, there you have it, folks. We are done with our rear window channel installation. Now all I have to do is put the car back together. I hope I remember where I put my bolts. And that's what it looks like up close. So not too shabby. It's quite smooth. The only way to make it smoother will be to do like a buff. You know, after you do a clear coat, you want to do a buff, right? But, you know, if it was a body panel like down here, you know, we'd do a buff, but well, I'm not gonna worry about that. Again, you never see this. So, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could come in here with maybe some 3M rubbing compound and just give it a little light buff if you really wanted to, but I'm not gonna worry about that. So up next, I'm gonna be doing a lot of cleanup work. I've got to get my nasty piece of wood out of the trunk. That's merely to protect the floor of the trunk against getting too nasty. One thing I did want to show you is that this car has been resprayed in the past. Here's the color of the car now, and here's the original color back here. That's the POR 15. This is the original color of the car. This is the respray. I don't know when the car was resprayed, 10, 20 years ago, who knows? But I know it's been resprayed because there's some sanding marks on the driver's door. You can tell the difference between these two colors if you pop the hood. They tried to do some blending, but it just wasn't exact. I'm not sure if this was simply a poor color match, or maybe they wanted to add a little more blue to the color. Don't know, but not gonna worry about it too much. I will say this, the color that we chose from Paint Scratch, the code 930, matches the original color of the body as it should have been. So I guess what I'm trying to say is at some point, what I'm gonna do is have this car resprayed in the original code 930. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap this video up. Next thing on my agenda is simply general cleaning, and we're gonna start putting everything back together. I need to put the trunk weather stripping back in there. I need to get some adhesive and put that in there. We're gonna reattach our trunk hinges, start putting things back together. I think I'm gonna leave the trunk lid off for now. I think it'll make reinstallation of the back glass easier if we do that. I'm really liking the way this has turned out, and I think next week we're gonna get a hold of some glass guys and see if we can get this back glass reinstalled in our old 300 SD. All right, folks, that's all for now. Appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified whenever I release a new video, don't forget to click that little bell down below. You guys have a good one, and remember to enjoy restoring your classic Mercedes.